Go. Good morning, everybody. Mrs. White here. Just wanted to take you through a little tutorial on how to find everything that I've put on this Canvas page for you, since I'm sure every teacher is using it a little bit differently right now. So when you open up Canvas, anytime you're going to work on your math homework, and I would suggest doing it during the scheduled math time. If that doesn't work out for you, you can choose your own time, but I would recommend spreading it out into a couple of chunks throughout the week. It's partly why we have that class schedule set up for you. Easier on the brain if you don't try to learn too much at once. So anyway, say you're here for day one today and you want to find your work to your lesson for today. So what I've done is I've put your lessons for the week in something that I'll call the weekly agenda. And you can find that in the course summary right here. So for example, here's the week 2 agenda. You can click on that. It might be easier though to go to the calendar because then you'll actually see the date that corresponds to that week. So here we are, and today is the 5th, and this is going to be where you'll find that weekly agenda. I'll always post them in the Sunday that precedes the week. So if I click on this right now, it'll get me to the week 2 agenda. I can actually click on this again to make it bigger. And now I have a nice page here that tells me what to do. One thing you'll notice right here is that the agenda is not complete yet. There's so much to be learning right now and so much changing every day that I just can't promise to have the entire week mapped out for you on Monday, but just check back for updates. I can try to post an announcement when it's been updated, but so look for those notifications. But anyway, I can promise to have day 1 ready for you on the first day of the week. So this is for Algebra 2. FST, you'll see something similar if you open your page, but for Algebra 2, the first thing that you'll be doing is just letting me know that you're here today. So if you click on this link right here, it'll take you to a page. All it's asking you to do is to type in a text box, "Hi, Mrs. White," just to let me know that you're here today and that you're checking in. And this will be my simple way of taking attendance since we can't see each other. So to do that, you'll just click Submit Assignment, and this text entry box should pop up, and you can type, "Hi, Mrs. White." And there we go, Submit Assignment, and now I know you're here. All right, I'm going to go back to that calendar for a minute, though, so that we can find that agenda. So again, if I go into the agenda for this week, I've taken my attendance now. It's now asking me to read the page that's posted on the syllabus homepage, Mrs. White's Tips for Algebra 2 Geo Online. There's a similar one posted for FST. I'm going to go ahead and just show you where you can always find that, though. If you go back to your main homepage when you're in your course, right here on the syllabus page, it says, "Check out this page for guidance. Here's this Mrs. White's Tips for Algebra 2 Geo Online." Again, though, that's kind of what we're talking through right now, so you can just stay with me on this video. But for your future reference, you'll find it here. And as we improve this course over time, I might add some extra tips there for you. So anyway, back one more time. Now we're back to our agenda for this week. So if you're in Algebra 2, you've now checked yourself in, you've kind of gotten a sense of how to navigate through Canvas, and now we're going to go to the lesson. So what we want to do now is look for day 1 of this week 2 that we're in. So I'm going to click on this link right here, and it's going to take me to this modules page. You'll see that the work we did last week is here, but now we're on week 2. And today is day 1. I actually don't have day 2 ready yet. It's not complete, but day 1 is here ready for you to go. So I'm going to click on day 1, and it's going to open up a page that essentially tells you everything to do today. So take some time to read the goal here. I really want to start slow here. We're all learning a new online system, so I don't want to mix too much new content with new technology all at once. I feel like that sounds like a recipe for disaster. So we'll do a little bit of reviewing here as we get to know the technology this week. So there's our goal. The first thing you're going to do is watch a brief video on the Pythagorean theorem. You can click the link, you can press play right here, and it's really just me kind of talking you through a little crash course on how to use the Pythagorean theorem. Knowing you won't want to always revisit the video, I also posted a hard copy notes version right here that shows you a couple of practice problems. On my computer, it just downloaded. I don't know if it maybe directly opens on your iPad, but now I have a reference here. I would recommend still creating files, saving notes for math. As you go through these lessons, it might be good to have your notebook open and jot down a few of your own notes so that you're not having to always dig back through these postings that I have for you. You can also expect that every day there'll be an assignment. I'll try to keep them pretty short, but math is something that requires some practice. So FST today, you guys actually have an assignment that's right within Canvas, and sometimes it'll be that way. Algebra 2, you're actually going to go to this Delta Math website here, and you'll need this teacher code. You might want to copy and paste it. When you go to Delta Math, you'll create an account. Here, I guess I can show you this too. FST, you'll be doing this later this week. When I go to Delta Math, here we go. You'll go to this upper right-hand corner, create account. You'll say you're a student, at which point it's going to ask you for that teacher code, which you can paste right here. And at that point, you should be in. It'll also ask you to select your course period so that it gets you in my right class. From Delta Math, you'll be able to do some practice. And the nice thing about Delta Math is if you're not sure how to do something, there's a tab you can click on that gives you practice problems and sample problems. So I'm hoping that'll provide some guidance since we can't be together. So just count on there being an assignment every day. If the assignment is through Delta Math, the one glitch is you're not going to see that in your Canvas calendar because it's not officially a Canvas assignment, and that's why I'm not seeing anything right here. If the assignment is through Canvas, it'll pop up as a separate notification on the calendar. So just know there's always an assignment, and in order to find it, you'll need to go into that weekly module. Okay. At any point, if you're, for example, looking at the syllabus page here and you would like to get back to those modules where all the notes and the videos are, there should be a tab here over on your left navigation bar that lets you directly get to the modules at any time without having to go through the calendar. So we can always click on modules, and that will let me check in on any day that I might want to look. And I'm trying to be good about putting topics here for you. So if you want to specifically find a lesson on the Pythagorean theorem, you know where to go. Hoping this is helping you guys find your way around here. Send me questions. I can improve this as the year goes if we come up with some better systems that make this learning easier for all of us. I should say this. By the end of every week, you should see 3 days, day 1, day 2, day 3, because in a typical green, black, silver scheduled week, we end up meeting 3 times. This week, day 3 is not available yet, so check back for it soon. Day 2 is in the works. It's not fully complete yet. There will never be a day 4. Even if your class meets 4 times, you're welcome to just use that 4th day as a work day to get caught up and make sure that all of your assignments are up to date. At any point at all, if you have trouble and need a little extra help, please feel free to check in with me. I'm going to go back to the home page here, which is actually also the syllabus page. You can always reach me during office hours from 12:45 to 2:45 by joining our WebEx room. So come find me whenever you need me. If it starts to get too crowded during office hours, I might move to some sort of pre-scheduled system or maybe a system that separates Algebra 2 from FST. But for now, it's an open door. So we'll just update that if need be. Good luck as you guys get your week started. I look forward to seeing how this works, and please let me know throughout this process how I can be a better support to you. I sure miss seeing your faces, so don't be a stranger.